What's up, fellow true believers? It's 8:30 in the morning. It's the 16th day of March 2022. It's 50 degrees and sunny here in Ventura, California. It's cold, and if you can tell by the nasally sound of my voice, I still have a cold, or whatever this is. I don't think it's COVID, but you never know. Anyways, it's Wednesday, which means it's time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game news, weather, sports, and general internet nonsense that's going on with the world of crowdfunding. The following crowdfunding projects are coming to an end. This is the last chance you have to support some of these, so if any of these sound like something you want to, support, check them out. Go to your favorite crowdfunding Kickstarter website, or go to your friendly local game store, that's Dream World Collectibles here in Ventura, California, and ask them to look into it for you. And it's March, which means it's spring, which means that for some reason, almost every crowdfunding project this week is horror-related. Horror-related. I'm not sure how you get horror and spring. I mean, I guess rabbits that lay multicolored eggs on Easter to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus is kind of horrible. Lupercalia, the chasing out of the wolves of winter, the holiday that was Easter before it was Easter. Yeah, that's kind of awful. Yeah, I'm not sure why horror and March. Beware the Ides of March. But we got a lot of horror Kickstarters for some reason. Okay, so from Long Dog Games, we have Particle Gathering Darkness. This is an original system. It's an RPG app. So it's an app, digital DM screen for your app. So they want you to support their app. So think D&D Beyond kind of thing. Yeah, okay. Which is weird because the picture has absolutely nothing to do with the product. Weird. Okay, from Onyx Path Publishing. See? Horror. We have They Came from the Cyclops' Cave and Classified. This is the StoryPath core rulebook for their double feature pulp action rules. It's a 400 pages of non-stop pulp action for the StoryPath system, which is weird because there's also a pulp action as part of Trinity, but okay, whatever. So we've got a pulp action StoryPath system and book and B-movies horror book coming out from Onyx Path for the StoryPath system. From Eventur Games, we have Melando's Guide to Magical Marvels for Dungeons & Dragons 5e. This is a source pick. Oh, I'm sorry, I haven't been giving the things. $1 is the most popular pledge for Particle. $105 is the most popular pledge for the StoryPath double feature pulp action thing, even though you already have a pulp action thing coming out. Okay. And $15 is the most popular pledge for Melando's Guide to Magical Marvels from Eventar Games. This is Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition sourcebook of new magic items. Yeah, new magic items. 150 pages of brand new magic items for $15 or more. From Ace's Game, we have VHS, Very Horror Stories. This is an original horror system. Most popular pledge is $130. It is 3 VHS cassette-sized RPGs that offers horror games inspired by the 1970s, 80s, and 90s movies, including slasher movies, sci-fi horror, and supernatural horror. 100-page book plus a lot of interesting-looking props. If you're looking for another horror game, here we go. From Dueling Dragon Adventures for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, we have The Chronicles of Ares, The Doom That Came to Asteres. The Chronicle of Ares, The Doom That Came to Asteres. Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition sourcebook, most popular pledge is $30. Clock in about 200 pages of pulp fantasy goodness as you battle back the darkness that looms upon the land. You also get a bunch of figures with it if you kickstart it. From Pocket Compass Company, we have The Exiles, a dark fantasy RPG. This is a Forged in the Dark, powered by the Apocalypse style game, even though it is an original system. But it uses the same ideas as Forged in the Dark and powered by the Apocalypse. Try saying that 7 times fast. It's $50. This is a dark fantasy expansion for the Crescent Moon RPG, which makes it interesting since Crescent Moon was an all-ages RPG, but this expansion is dark fantasy, a realm that usually isn't all-ages friendly. From Luna Publishing, we have Fanged Fables, Vampire Quick Adventures for D&D 5e. This is a Dungeons & Dragons adventure module. $1 for this PDF. 5 is the most popular pledge. 5e mini adventures that relates to vampires. See, horror. From Undiscovered Gems, we have You Ask, I Write. This is a system-neutral source book. Most popular pledge is $20. And it's basically, what is this? I guess it's a chance to write letters to a individual who is a game designer. So basically, you write letters for $1. You can write letters for $20. You can write a letter with questions to this game designer. He will answer those questions and then put them in a book. So you can get unexpected answer and connect with an RPG creator by this guy, Stephen Hart, who's a full-time RPG author and RPG judge. We'll answer your questions and provide you with a book of those answers and more. It's a fun opportunity to get unexpected answers and connect with an RPG creator. So I guess he writes each individual a book for the question. So if I send him a question, if I spend $20 and send him a question about, I don't know, something RPG related, he's going to write a whole book about that question and answer it. And I don't know. That just sounds, And that appears to be it for crowdfunding projects. So we have the Particle Gathering Darkness, which is a $1 to get the app. And then they have a whole bunch of other stuff that is like supplements for the app, like figures. And I don't really understand this one. I was going to say no. We have the Cave from the Psychopolis Cave / Onyx Path, Story Path, Pulp Action B Horror sourcebook, even though they already have a pulp action and horror sourcebook, so ignore that one. New magic items for 5e for $15. Nope. A brand new horror game for $130. Why not just make a supplement for an existing game, especially since you're mining something that's already been mined to death? Nope. A dark fantasy, pulp fantasy called The Chronicles of Ares for D&D 5e. It's always interesting to see other takes on 5e, and this one comes with, looks like, some free figures, so maybe on that one. A dark fantasy expansion for a family-friendly all-ages RPG. So here's our all-ages family-friendly RPG, but now here's the first expansion, which is definitely not all ages. No. We have the 5 vampire-themed adventures for 5e for $1. Can't go wrong with $1. We have for $30, you can send this guy questions and he'll write about them and then answer them in a book. No. Wow. This is basic. Wow. Bunch of losers in this one. I don't really see anything I'd want to support this week. Maybe the $1 vampire one, just because it's $1. But really, you could just make your own vampires and not waste. Wow. I hate to be this judgmental, but there's nothing that I can recommend this week. I'm sorry. But if any of those Kickstarters sound like something you want to support, head on down to your friendly local game store. Don't listen to me. Remember, my opinion doesn't matter. I'm an idiot. You might be really excited about some of these. Head on down to your friendly local game store. That's Dreamworld Collectibles here in Ventura, California. And ask them to look into it with you. If you're thinking I'm being too judgmental and should just report the news and not say negative crap about this stuff, let me know. If you appreciate my honest opinion of these because it helps you make your choices, let me know. If you really don't care, let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. Help me hit, 700 subs by the end of this month, or 1,000 subs by August 4th. 1,000 subs by August 4th is all I'm asking for my 56th birthday. I think you can do that. Please support the OG GM Adventures as we go into the second half of 2022. And remember, nothing says spring like horror. Yeah, I don't get that either. Till next time, get off my land, you damn vampires. It's spring. That's the sun. You should be burning up. You should only be coming out in the winter when it's dark and cold. Jeez, God, kids, vampires.